Hi guys, so we're going to go ahead and go over the abiotic factors part of the project. So if we switch over to the rubric, the part that I'm talking about is this part here in red that I'm highlighting. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw 4 abiotic factors or features to create the scene. And the scene that they're talking about is your zoo space. The space of your conservation area, the part that people are going to visit. So within that space, there's probably going to be a lot more than 4, but you just need to label 4 of them with the name and then explain in 1 or 2 sentences how animals or plants use this for survival. Okay, so this right here I took from this thing, which is linked in the Google Classroom post. It's not the rubric, it's the other one. And there's a highlighted one that says design inspiration. So this could be what, let me go back over here. So here you go. So this could be what the idea or the sketch for, I'm guessing this is probably like a tropical rainforest or jungle type thing, could be for this particular space. So I've got people here, obviously looking. There's a girl. I think that's a camera. All right, so with abiotic factors, what I'm looking for, remember abiotic means non-living. So hopefully you can see this. I may have to use a darker color here. Okay, so in this space here, if I look, so I've got an aquarium over here with fish. The people are walking through. Here's another one. I'm guessing this is a standalone, smaller size one, where this one is probably going to have bigger fish and maybe some sharks and things like that. Waterfalls, looks like there's some sort of swimming type thing down there. I've got some monkeys sitting here, some plants, fake dead, or I'm assuming it's fake dead tree branch, some tall trees here, bamboo, some trees here. Okay. Now something you need to think about is when they're designing these spaces, for example, if this was for the Kansas City Zoo, okay, these types of trees, bamboo or palm trees, don't grow in Kansas City. They especially don't grow in Kansas City this time of year with 5 inches of snow on the ground. So a lot of times these things or these trees here and here are going to be fake, okay? A lot of times even the rocks here and this branch right here that this monkey is sitting on are also going to be fake, because what they want to do, the architects and engineers that design these things, is they want these spaces to be structurally sound, meaning they want them to be safe. They don't want them to fall apart. So if I just stacked a whole bunch of random rocks here, as it snows, as the wind blows, as these guys in here move around, things are going to shift. They're going to fall. You don't want that to happen, especially if this right here is a wall that separates these animals from a group of other animals. So a lot of times they're going to build these things out of concrete or fiberglass or not usually plastic, but things that they can make to look like a dead tree branch or rocks. Plants like this could be real. Okay, it just depends on where this is located. Okay, they will try to have as many real plants as they can. You're not going to move a tree this size in on a trailer and have roots, real roots growing through your building. That's really bad building. That's gonna tear your building apart. Okay, so let's stick with some of the obvious abiotic factors. So one way that you can do this is you can design your zoo space or your conservation space, and you can put numbers on the picture, and you can then go back and create a key, K-E-Y, and label everything. So if I have this, so here's 1, here's 2. Now remember, abiotic are things that are non-living. So I could have air, I could have water, I could have rocks. You could also do this, okay? Now, 1 would be water, and you would tell me how the living things in here would use water. 2 would be the rocks, and you would tell me how the living things would use the rocks for survival. Could be shelter, could be to help them warm up, could be to help catch food. 3, this is supposed to be air, okay. 4, so this one here, I'm referring to this dead tree branch, okay. Or maybe even these guys. Now, for this one specifically, if you're saying that this is going to be fake, maybe I should have picked these guys. This would make more sense. So if I'm going to say that it's this, that it's a fake tree, in my labeling, I'm going to need to be sure that I put fake tree, okay? Because if you put tree, I'm going to be like, oh, wait a minute here. Trees are living. They obviously don't know what abiotic means, okay? So if this is on my trifold, I might, on the side here, have some sort of abiotic factors list, okay? And I would have number 1 would be water, okay? And then afterwards, I'm going to have my couple sentences explaining how the animals are going to use water. Number 2, I said was rocks, okay? And then I would have explain blah, 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 blah. Okay, I have explain blah, blah, blah. 3, air, okay, 4. Okay, 4, I'm going to say 4 is this branch here, and let's go ahead and say that 4 is a fake tree branch. Okay, I can see from this picture the monkey's just hanging out sitting on it, and it's going to use it for activity. Monkeys would use these things to get high above to help reach things that they would eat. So 5. I'm saying that this tree is an abiotic factor. If I'm saying this tree is abiotic, that tree has to be fake. And you have to include the word fake tree. And tell me, why does that tree need to be fake? Doesn't grow in KC. My zoo space that I've designed here is in Kansas City. Yours does not have to be. Trees are too tall to ship in. Trees would not be good to grow through a building. But then I'd also have to go back and tell me, how do the living things in this ecosystem, in this biome, use these big trees? Is it for food? Is it for shelter? How do they use them? Okay, so that's one way that you could include these things in here. Okay, so there's that one. Watch the next video if you need stuff for the water cycle or the matter cycles.